Hello, hi, it's Janice. Welcome to Shabalot. It is my, I believe 14th video of my 30-day live that I'm doing. I missed 2 days so far of my 30 days for different reasons, and I really hope I don't miss any more. So I'm almost halfway there, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm getting a lot done, and what we're doing tonight is working on painting painting upholstery in my on some furniture that I have in my house. So the pillow, the upholstery looks like this. It's like this golden color upholstery. It's very nappy. It's not like velvet or damask or cotton or whatever they make upholstery out. It's got a lot of texture. So, but the quality of these cushions is better than new. It's as good as new, I should say. So I really don't want to get rid of the furniture in my house, so I've been seeing online DIYers painting their upholstery. So last night I started, this is a small, like the back of the chair. It's a chair, so it has, this is the back. And the one I just showed you is like the seat of the chair. So this is the first coat. And as you can tell, the color that I'm using to paint it is called Farm Fresh. It's a beautiful color. I love this color. The only thing is, you can see the cover, Farm Fresh. The only thing with this color, using this color in this project, is that the color is a little light for this color fabric. If I was using a black paint, I might have seen a little bit more coverage on the first coat, but did not see a lot of coverage on the first coat. But I expect that, hi Christy, how are you tonight? Good to see you. I expect to do at least 4 coats on this set, and I've been binging the DIY YouTube videos where people have been painting their upholstery, and it seems to be the case that at least 4 would be the minimum. So yesterday I try to learn as I'm going along, so I need to focus on what I'm doing and try to learn what I'm doing and think about it. Is this really what's right for this particular project? So yesterday I wasn't measuring because you need to add water to your paint, because we are not painting this cushion, we are dyeing this cushion. So we're turning the DIY paint into a dye, or treating it like it were a dye. So it needs to be cut with water. Yesterday, I was just eyeballing the consistency, meaning it's supposed to look like milk, and I don't know. I felt like I wasn't doing the right thing. I think I sometimes do. It is good for me to measure. A lot of people don't need to measure. I usually don't. But in this case, I think I'm going to measure. So I have a cup, and what they have said, or what I have heard, is 50-50 split. So, or 2 to 1. So 2 parts water to 1 part paint. So I'm going to pour a cup of paint. Woo, that beautiful Farm Fresh, which I don't even have a cup left, I don't think. Oh, great. I have another jar here. So that looks like about a half a cup. So here I go, not measuring perfectly again. So, but that looks like I can kind of see where that is. So I'm going to pour that. I got a new little container so that you could see it better. The container I was using yesterday was a little tall, so it was hard to show. So I'm going to add what I believe to be about the same amount of water as I did paint. So I'm going to stir it up a little bit in here because there was a lot of paint left on the sides. I'm going to stir it up. And I have to say, Randy really doesn't think this is going to work. He doesn't think it's going to work. And he has been telling me that he doesn't think it's going to work. So you know what that means. That means we have to make it work. So I'm just scraping out all of the paint. This color to me looks like it has a little bit of a grayish hue to this color. I don't know. I see gray. I see gray in it. So let's stir it up and let's see if the consistency is a little bit better. So you can tell there really isn't a lot of, you can't really see a lot of the Farm Fresh on this cushion, can you? So it really seeped in, and I have to say that this morning when I came down to look at it, it didn't look good. So I went over and I felt it, and it felt really hard and really crunchy, which is what we do not want. That is the whole thing that I posted Debbie's Design Diary, her couch that she painted in Bohemian Blue. I don't know if anyone had a chance to watch it, but the title of her video is how to make it smooth and not crunchy. So I didn't watch it again, but I do remember what it is that we're supposed to do to make it not crunchy. And one of them is to sand it with this is a sanding block. Hi, Bob. How are you? It's a sanding block. They keep saying sanding sponge. I think they're the same thing. And so I did sand it this morning when I felt it being that crunchy. I did sand it, and I have to tell you, it softened up. It really did. And that was, what, 12 hours ago? Yeah, almost 12 hours ago. So it feels a little crunchy again because in the video they said to wait 24 hours. So I'm going to sand it again. I'm sanding back up here. So you can see how I do it. Now I went, yesterday, the sanding block I was using was very coarse, and it felt like it was pulling the fabric apart, and leave it to me to ruin the fabric now after it's been fine for 40 years. So I got this finer grit, so it's not pulling apart the fabric. So I might sand a little bit more today as I'm doing it. This is the one that I used when I did the chair with the honeybee. I keep saying honeybee, it's queen bee. And I just tried to, it was totally covered in paint, and I used this wire brush. It was Randy's idea. I had to figure out how to get that paint off so I didn't have to go to the store and get a new one. And I didn't want to turn this thing yellow. So I used a wire brush. Bob, are you still there, Bob? Ciao. Remember we did the pillow? We did, I didn't lie, but I forgot that I did paint something before. Lori, how are you, hon? See, it's softer. It really is, just from sanding it. I don't know if I can do a slough, like a scrape test. Now let's do a scrape test. Can you hear that? It's a little crunchy. So let's see if I sand it, if Is that the side I already sanded? No. Yeah, yuck. It's very hard, like right here. So I'm just gonna, before I put on the next coat, I think it's very important that I give it a good sand. Isn't that weird, sanding your couch, your cushions? It seems odd. I wonder how the person, this is probably something that's been going on for centuries, like dyeing fabric and softening up with sanding it, but yeah, it definitely feels a little softer, but I have these grooves. Okay, so I'm going to do this side. So, like I said, Randy doesn't think I'm going to be able to do that. This is going to be good. So that means we have to make it good to prove him wrong. Not because I don't want to go out and get another couch. It's because we want to prove Randy wrong. I think he's just like what Chris said yesterday, that the fabric, it's the fabric. It's not the process that he's questioning. It's this fabric is just very, you know, bumpy and tufty. No, not tufty. I don't know what the word is, but it's a bigger job for this paint. It's a bigger job for any paint, I think, when the fabric is like this. All right, so and it is a little blotchy because you can see this color right here. You can see more of the Farm Fresh here. I just want to feel around where it feels a little. So yeah, what I was saying was, Bob, you were there when I painted a pillow, remember? Were you there? You were there. I'm sure you were there. When I'm calling us the basement. We were the basement bunch because I was in my basement doing my lives during the quarantine. And see? All right. That's not good. Hear that? That's a little crunchy. And I just brought a pillow down and I painted it. And it came out pretty good, but the texture wasn't like this. And I didn't water, for that pillow, I did not do 50-50 split of water. I wet the pillow a lot, but I didn't do, I will even out with multiple costs. It will even out with multiple coats. Oh, it will? Okay. So, Christy, you've done this before? You've done upholstery before? See, it's a little less. Okay. It feels better. Yeah. See? It's just these sides right here where it feels a little, but this part is good. It's not crunchy at all. So let me just spend a couple of minutes on this part. I don't know if I did this side yet. I have done fabric. Christy, have you been doing this for a long time? Working with furniture and DIY paint and just a crafter, a DIYer? I think that's fine. It feels, all right, I gotta do a little bit more right here. Lori, are you still here? I don't know if Lori was here yesterday, so I don't know if she knows what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so I think that's better. It's encouraging when I do what I saw in the videos, and it actually works out for me. Hi, Deb. How are you? I'm sanding my furniture. I'm sanding the upholstery. So, all right. Let's work out. Whoop, whoop. Okay, Christy, I gotta put my glasses on. I'm sorry. Let's do it. I have been a DIYer for many years. They call it Yankee ingenuity. LOL. I feel like a doctor. I'm listening for crunchy. This is still a little crunchy sounding. Yeah, I gotcha. I hear ya. Okay. All right. It's this piece right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. All right. Okay, so it does feel much softer than it felt when I came down here this morning. So I'm going to check out the consistency of this paint. I can feel the thickness of the paint in that water, so that's making me feel a little bit better. So I think this might be a good consistency. Give it a good stir. I got a heart. Thank you. Furniture refinishing since August of last year. August of 2019. All right, Christy. Hi, Ruth. Bring them on camera. Ruth, I'm putting you on the camera. Hey, Randy, can you do me a favor? I can't open this bottle, and I might need it. So, okay. Got my paint. Oh, no. What do? First thing we do is we spray down the cushion. Whoop. The continuous spray mist bottle. I'm gonna work in 4, like that, because I'm gonna try to sand it in this time. Okay, now look. Right? That's thin, but I think it's a little bit better than yesterday, a little bit thicker than yesterday. I had all the tools when I moved in with my boyfriend. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yes, I know what you're saying. Kind of the same thing happened with me. Hi, Donna. How are you? Hey, you caught us. Hi, Chris. So, Donna, you caught me live. She's always so busy doing her own DIYing. So, wow. Does that look like it's going on a little bit better than yesterday? Oh, you tried it on a pillow. We are married now, and you still have all the tools. Good job. Congratulations. Christy, you still interested in doing our little, what are we doing? Collaboration? Oh, Randy. Did you hear what I said, Randy?
Yes.
Thank you. I cannot open it. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. See, sometimes it's good to have a man around the house. Oh, sorry.
And this is when you say, go away.
Go away now. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, now look, that looks a little like a deeper color than yesterday, so maybe this will work. Maybe we will prove Randy wrong. He has no faith. Say hi to my grandkids, Gianni and Jackson. Hello, Gianni. Hello, Jackson. I saw their photos on Facebook today. Beautiful. I believe it. Did you post? I think that was you. Does Gianni and Jackson like paint? Like this? Have you given them some of your paints? It's going on, I think it's going on a little better than yesterday. It seems to be a little, I'm gonna kind of open this up where it's folded, kind of get in there. This is my DIY Paint Pixie brush. Hi Marva. My DIY Paint Pixie brush. I have these on my website. I'm gonna see how it's kind of faded. Like, I'm gonna put more. I should probably stay with the knot. Can you see? Yep. I closed my blinds before I came on today, so I'm learning. Okay. So that looks a little better. Coat 2. So, if you're gonna, Gianni said put red, and Ruth likes the color. Ruth, this color is called Farm Fresh. It's not like Apothecary. It's got a little bit more blue than Apothecary in it. And I should have done it red, Gianni. Actually, the video that I watched yesterday where I told you about this young girl who painted her couch, I tried to find the video today, I couldn't find it. I will find it though. Where she painted her couch that she got from a thrift store, and she painted it hot pink. And she put bling. Like, instead of these thingies, she had like blingy diamonds in them, like fake rhinestones. And oh, it's really pretty. Now, you gotta remember too that this paint dries lighter. So as time goes on, that color will be, it dries lighter anyway, and then plus it's gonna seep in, so it's gonna get lighter. And I think that's why we need four coats at least. Oh no, it might be unsalvageable. I don't know. What do you think? It looks better on the camera. Like when I look at it over there, but when I look at it close up, that reminds me of something that I've been watching some YouTube videos, like master classes for artists, like paintings and stuff. And one that I watched, the whole thing was about how, I can't remember what artist he kept referring to. I think it was an artist I had never really heard of before, but he kept referring to one particular artist. It was like almost realism. And from afar, it looks really, really, real. But when you get up close, it doesn't look that great. So he was trying to convey to artists that when you're painting, your face is right up on the canvas, And that's why you keep playing and playing and playing, because it never looks right. And so you keep trying and make it look right. But if you step back a couple of steps and you look at it that way, that's the view he was saying that you would take. That, people who are going to look at it are not going to stick their face up into it, although I got in trouble doing that at a museum one time. So I thought that was really interesting. I love hearing people's different perspectives on things. So kind of like I guess I was reminded of it because this cushion up close looks really bad. And on there it doesn't look as bad. So remember that when you're looking at people on TV and models and magazines, up close they don't look good. They don't look as good as they look on TV. So I'm just trying to keep... Oh, I forgot I was supposed to sand it. Well, I'll sand it after I do this one. I'm gonna have to turn this like that. Yeah. Yeah, I was in Boston at the most artists see the flaws where others do not. That's true. I have a cousin in Italy named Gianni. My friend is here. Your friend is here. Your friend shows up every day at this time, Donna. Invite your friend in. See if your friend wants to paint with us. I was at the Boston Museum of Art, and they had a Monet exhibit. This was many, many, many years ago, and I went to it, and I was so enthralled, and I was standing really close to the original paintings, and I'm staring at it because I wanted to be up really close to it, and then I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and it was the security guard. Said, "Would you mind stepping away from the art," or whatever? And I was like, I was mortified. I had no idea I was doing wrong. But I always remember that. So, because you kind of want to see the paint strokes. I mean, I don't want to see the perfection. I want to see how we did it. I wanted to see all the layers, and I wanted to see it up close, and I did, but not for long, because they were going to arrest me. So I'm going to do, so let's sand it and see what happens. Feels weird to sand this, but I'm gonna, because that's what they do. Debbie said that when you sand it, it gives it, is this the right one? Yeah. It gives it more of an even coat, because because I'm spreading it, pushing it in all at the same kind of level. I feel like I'm brushing a dog or a horse. Tomorrow I'm going to bring the chair in. The chair that these cushions go on, and take a look at this so you can see the chair, and we'll figure out a good coordinating color to paint the wood. And we might even do some, well, not tomorrow, we won't do them, but once it's painted, figure out which first. We can put, hi, Mary Ellen Nyberg O'Connor. How are you? I'm painting my upholstery. It really doesn't look good right now. What they say. They say it gets ugly before, in this business, it's ugly before it gets pretty. So we just have to have faith. We just have to have faith in the process. This color that I'm using is called Farm Fresh. DIY, it's DIY clay-based paint. I want to try to get up in those. Because you really don't want to have any of this color showing through. In the end, we're going to want it to be all of this color. And I have run out. So I got to make a new batch. I might get a little paintbrush and go in under all of these, under that, what is that thing, cording, maybe. I might be able to get away with doing this whole side before I make a new batch. Piping, yes. I love how novel. I love it. How novel. I had to say it with the, you're a teacher, so I had to say it with the punctuation. It's not novel for, it's novel for us, but this is something that's been going on for a couple of years in the, on YouTube and Pinterest. People have been painting their upholstery with paint. We're using the DIY clay-based paint. This is an 8-ounce container, and it's $13 on my website, and it goes far. This color, I used this color on those side tables. Oh, measure. So I'm gonna measure. I got my little thingy here. I'm gonna put the same. Let me just give it a quick stir, just to make sure. What? Oh. So I'm gonna pour, you crack me up. You love my happiness. It's contagious and it's phony. No, it's not phony. I don't know. It's just nice to be with you guys. I'm really enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying being an artist and painting, and I'm just enjoying myself. I do about half of this, so about a half a cup. Woo! No, it just doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. And then half and half, Mary Ellen. So when we paint this, when you paint your fabric, it's generally 1 to 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute now. Right, so that's 1 to 1, right? So the same amount of paint, you're gonna do the water. I think that's what they said. It wasn't twice, it was the same amount, right? Christy, it's the expert here tonight. I know, they are in. LOL, she just, oh, I gotta read. I dropped my glasses. The other night, I really missed. You know, you can go back and watch the replay on those videos, you know. That's why they stay up there. Not that, you know, you're that bored, but you can go in and watch the replay. I like having you here though live because it's fun. So I contacted, so now I'm going to stir it. Stir it up, get it to the consistency that I want. I went to Panera Bread. My lunch came in this today. I went to Panera Bread today and I got half a Greek salad, sat outside, and I'm looking at this container and I'm saying, I need to use this tonight for my paint. It's just totally, you don't need to spend money on anything anymore. And they went in and they asked me my name, and this is at Panera. I sat outside, but when I went to go order, they asked me my name. I gave it to them, my first name, and then they said, "What's your last name?" So I gave it to him, and then he goes, "What's your phone number?" And I said, now I'm like, why do you need my phone number? And he goes, because Ramondo, she's our governor, wants them to take that information. So I was like, oh, okay, because that was the first time I had been really out. I just needed to get out of the house today. It was such a beautiful day. And so I went there, and yeah, it was weird. I had my mask on. Oh, look it. But when I sat outside, you didn't have to wear your mask. The tables, there was just a few tables. I mean, I was eating, so I don't know how you're supposed to wear your mask if you're eating, but the tables were far apart from each other. I felt good. I mean, I guess it was okay. Have any of you guys been going out? Tell me what you guys have been doing. I didn't know that. Thank you. Tell me what you guys have been doing. Have any of you guys gone out to any restaurants yet? Because they're open, and we actually went out Sunday night with some friends and went and got something to eat, and we had to wear our masks until we sat down at the booth, and then then they said we could take our masks off, and the servers had masks on. I don't know. So I'm just trying to get the paint in, like under that, gosh, I forgot, cording? Is that what we said? So, if this works, y'all gotta do it, because that would be amazing, right? Wouldn't it? There's plenty of things I can do. We reupholstered, when I first moved in here with Randy, he had a sunroom set, like a wooden, all wood, and the upholstery was like, it was like velvet with horses and stuff on it, I think. Randy, did it have horses on it? It was like Western. He was going to throw it out. The whole set. He was going to bring down to the street. And I said, Randy, don't throw it away. And this was before I was doing this whole vintage DIYing thing. I said, don't throw it away. Let's just get it upholstered. So we got it upholstered. It looks good, but it's very expensive. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. I went to Mystic Village and had lunch with my sister about a week ago. All the stores opened up and hardly anybody there. So it was fabulous. Good. I don't know. It is nice to get out, though, I have to say. They are going. They come every night. Do they come to visit you to check on you to make sure you're okay, Donna? Because that's nice. They do that. So yeah, tomorrow would be better to not be doing this. So tomorrow I'll get the wooden chair out and we can look at that. Decide what color to paint it. Not sure. I don't want to do it white, but it might seem maybe white's the right color. I might have to ask her advice. And I'll do a third coat on this at some point tomorrow night. I have to wait. You have to wait 24 hours. I want you to say hi. To who? I want you to say hi. Hi. Oh, Mary Ellen, what are you saying? We went out Friday night to outside dining. It was so nice. The restaurant have to make up so many expensive changes. It's great to be out. Still must take precautions. We don't want this to come back. Well, I know. It's so weird. It's like everything that we did staying in for so long, I don't want that to be a waste. You know? And I don't watch the news that much, but I think I'm hearing that there is going to be a second round, and I'm still going to be cautious because I don't want to get it. It just sounds awful. I really don't want to get it. And nobody does, so that's stupid for me to say. But that was my, what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I did this. Can you see this nappy, very nappy right here? I don't know if that was like that or if I did that yesterday with the sanding block. Remember I used a coarse one. Let's pretend that it was there and I didn't do it. Let's just forget that I did that. So the lesson there is, if you're going to do this and you're going to use a sanding block or a sanding sponge, make sure it's not too coarse because it'll pull your upholstery apart. Maybe that's obvious, but I tend to seem to need to live and learn. Oh well, we'll see. Chris, are you still here? Chris Oliver Newman and Donna, I wanted to tell both of you guys, because I know you're interested in that clay, the creative paper clay. I'm going to be having that on my website too. I put in a wholesale order and I'm going to add that to my website. tomorrow because it's supposed to be here. It was quick. It's supposed to be here in 2 days. So, hi Chris. So I'm gonna have the creative paper clay on my site. All right, so now I'm going to sand it in. Can't go up. When I go up, it gets like stuck. So I'm just gonna go kind of with the nap. I guess that's what you say. I just got delivery with 4 packages. Told you were scaring me. Cool, I ran out. Yeah, I know. But I really feel like I had a couple people ask me if I had it, and it just kind of validated the fact that I needed to get it. Because I really feel like it's still, I don't know, the wholesale price wasn't that great, so I'm trying to figure out if I miscalculated on what I paid at Jerry's. I just got delivery. So Chris is afraid because IOD, Iron Orchid Designs, ran out of their paper clay for their molds, which we haven't done any molds yet. I gotta do some molds. After this chair, we're gonna do some molds. Or maybe in between. And so, because of quarantine, everybody was just crafting, lots of crafting. So they ran out of the IOD. And so Debbie of Debbie's Design Diary, who has 200,000 followers, started using this creative paper clay that you can just buy. You can buy I got mine at an art store at downtown Providence. And because Debbie has 200,000 followers, it's like Oprah recommending a book. You can't get the book after she talks about one. So when Debbie talks about a product, a DIY product, there's like a run. There could be a run on it. So but not wholesale. I didn't have any problem. And it's delivering really fast, which is nice. So, I think I finished. That wasn't too bad, right? I pay $8.49 on the website. $8.49 for how many ounces? Okay, so I'm going to sand this. Sand it in is what I'm doing. Whoa, that was my dog. He's got his ball. Sanding this paint in, try to get it into the fabric. Let's see, did I do all? It's really wet. Yep, I did all 4 sides. At the bottom, I didn't do yet. I'll do that another time. So, does it look any better? 16 ounces. Okay, that's good. Does it look any like the second coat is darker than the first coat? Like, does it look like this second coat has more coverage than the first coat? I think it does. So I guess that's good. It still looks icky. Yeah. So I think that it looks better than the first coat. So, I am going to be going live on the DIY Paint Facebook page every other Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the evening. So when I'm done with this 30-day live, I'm gonna be going live on their page, and they get a lot of views. It's a little scary. I tossed the pillow. You didn't like the way your pillow came out? I'm not a fan of fabric painting, Donna says. Why? What happened? Did you wax it? You gotta wax it after. And what color did you use? And did you split the paint 50-50? Are you listening to me? Because I know how to do it. No, I don't know. I will be as shocked as Randy if this comes out good. And I'm not saying it's the process, because I believe that the process works and that the paint works. It's just this particular nappy pillow, like all the texture might not be a good texture for fabric painting. I should have chose jeans to paint on, because that's easy. But so yes, still stiff as a board. Did you sand it with a sander? And did you put wax on it? And did you, well, try it again. So the reason why I'm staying on camera, because usually when I've been doing my lives, I've been talking first and then I put the camera on the project, is because I got some feedback. You use the purple. Can't think of the name. The French millinery? Is it like a light purple? My grandkids here all day. You're going batty. I saw them. Were they outside with you? I saw you post a picture of them. I got some feedback, and one of the feedbacks was to stay on camera the whole time. So that's why I'm doing it. And so I'll be doing that from now on. And the other thing I got was to talk right at 6:30. Like, don't wait for people to come on, and just start talking. Did not get that far. They're a new one. I'll buy a new one. So that's why right at 6:30, I just start talking, pretending people are there. So don't think I wasn't going to wait for you, because I would have, but I can't do that anymore. I have to just talk right away. So, but I appreciate the feedback. And if any of you guys have any feedback for me about how I do these lives, like if I talk too much or get off the subject too much or am a complete ADD mess, let me know, because the viewers on this Facebook page is in the thousands. So like right now I have 3 people. So it's going to be like 1,000 people. So I need to come across more confident. I need to get some good projects, and I need to you to come here. I need your opinion on some things. Donna. Okay. I can go there and see on things that you've already painted or on things that you want to paint. So I hope I can help. Did you guys see my video, my last video on waxing? I put the link on my page. So check that out. And any feedback that you guys have, I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully, I still got another 2 weeks of these lives, and after that, hopefully you guys will join me on the Facebook page. You have 2 antique tables, and you don't know if you should paint them or not, or you should paint them. If you're not gonna, what Randy said to me one time was, you're not gonna use it unless you paint it. So paint it. That was that lamp that I painted. I felt bad because I'm painting all of his stuff, but he said, you're not gonna use it unless you paint it, so you should paint it. And then what Donna's doing is really cool. Donna is, and I do this too, we put our furniture on Facebook Marketplace, and people look for vintage furniture, painted vintage furniture. Lots of detail. Take a picture of it. I want to see a picture of it. Did you send me a picture? I don't remember. And I have a booth at Jules Antiques in Richmond, and yeah, lots of things are happening. It's a lot of fun. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to sign off, and I will see you tomorrow and we'll see how that cushion's gonna look, and I'll show you the other. I sent a picture. Okay, thank you. And then we'll paint the other chair. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you if you watch the replay. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video and put any comments or any questions that you may have below. Okay? Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye. Done. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm not wearing white. I'm not wearing white there. Okay. Where? You mean because you're going to sit on the paint? It doesn't come off. That's what it does not come off. And we're going to prove it. You and Randy, you're very cynical. Good night, Mary Ellen O'Connor Nyberg. On the pillow. I know, I don't blame you. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. Bye.